Hi, Gabrielle. How are you? So, what brings you in today?
So, I'm going through a divorce. I got divorced 6 months ago, and ever since, I'm just so not myself. I don't have energy. I'm feeling really lonely. I went from having my partner to now being a single mom, taking care of 3 kids, and it's just been really, really difficult.
Wow, that sounds really hard and must be a lot of stress on you.
Yeah, it's really, really difficult.
So, who do you live with, and do you have any children?
So I live with my 3 kids, and they're with me most of the time, and they're with my ex every other weekend, and it's just not enough. Like, I just feel like it's exhausting being with them on my own all the time, and I just don't know how to handle it all. I don't think I'm cut out to raise 3 kids on my own. It's so hard.
Yeah. Yeah, raising kids in general is tough. So, being a single parent and being new to it is definitely a change. So, you said that you recently got divorced. And how has that been? How has the divorce process been?
It's been really hard. I just feel really lonely. I miss him. He's with a new woman too, which doesn't make it any easier. And he hasn't really brought her around the kids yet, but I'm a little nervous for that to happen. So
Yeah, that's scary. So, do you have any friends? Do you get together with them?
I do, and I used to see them more, but now that it's just me, I feel like I don't really have much time to see my friends or talk to them. And I used to go out with them all the time as like a couple with my husband, and now I feel like I haven't been going out with them as much because it's always couple things. So I feel a little bit left out lately.
Right. So, because of this, what do you do for fun?
Honestly, I just get home from my job, get my kids, make dinner, get them into bed, and I'm just so exhausted. And honestly, the way I've been ending my night is it started with just a glass of wine. I'd put my kids to bed, drink a glass, go to bed, and then it became 2, and then it became 3, and now I notice that I'm finishing at least a half a bottle of wine before I'm going to bed. And it just worries me because it's been really difficult to get up in the mornings and take care of my kids, and I just don't know what else to do. It's the only way I can really get myself to sleep. So
Right. So, have you been doing this? Have you been drinking wine every night?
almost just about.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you find that is that your way of coping with things? Does it take your mind off of things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really, I don't know, every day it's just so hard, and then I come home and I put my kids to bed and there's nothing else for me, so I have just been having wine and going to sleep. But I don't know, it's becoming concerning to me how I'm so like reliant on it, and I'm like embarrassed
How are you reliant on it?
because I just feel like it's the only thing like calming me down at the end of the day. It's just, okay, I'm home, the kids are asleep, like I can just have my wine and like have my time.
Do you look forward to it all day?
Yeah. Like all day I'm just so like anxious and stressed, and I just know that coming home I could put my kids to bed, and that's kind of just my like place to relax.
And on average, how many glasses of wine do you have a night?
I don't know how many, but I would say like half the bottle.
Wow.
Every night.
Okay. And do you remember drinking, or do you black out? Do you have incidents where you don't remember?
I wouldn't say I black out, but I'm definitely not in a place where I can like properly take care of my kids, like and that's what's worrying me, because it used to just be 1 glass of wine or 2 glasses, and then if any of my kids woke up in the middle of the night I could tend to them and take care of them, and now I'm just like asleep, and I just worry if something were to happen, then I wouldn't be able to take care of it, because now I'm just on my own and drinking, and I feel like a terrible person for doing it, but I just don't know what else is going to help me at this point.
Yeah. And do you drink whatever's in your house, or do you go out and buy more alcohol?
When I go grocery shopping each week, I just make sure that I have enough, but I'm just scared that it's not going to be enough, and what if I keep drinking more? And I don't know.
So what if you went home one night and didn't have wine in your house? How would you feel?
I'd probably go out and get it.
Wow, so you'll really do whatever it takes to
because
have that glass.
If not, I won't sleep.
Yeah.
And I really need to sleep because I work, I have to take my kids to school, come home, be a full-time mom. It's just, I need it.
Are you taking any other medications on top of drinking to help you sleep?
No.
And have you spoken to your doctor about how much you drink?
No, I haven't.
Okay. And do you notice any changes with the way that you have been parenting your kids?
I feel like I honestly just come home and I'm just so exhausted. I don't have the patience anymore. Like, I love my kids so much and I want to be the best mom that I can, but I just feel like I don't know what it is. I just feel like I can't. I can't give them what they need right now. And it's scaring me.
And when you drink, does it make you feel happy or sad? What emotions?
I just feel like kind of mellowed out. Like, okay, another day, it's done. I did it. Go to sleep. Just kind of gets me over that hump.
So you normally do it, you drink a lot by yourself, or do you go out with friends and drink?
Mostly by myself, because I don't really have the time to go out with my friends, and they haven't really been asking me to hang since the divorce, so I just feel pretty alone. Yeah.
And has there been a time where your kids have woken up and seen you in this state of mind?
No, luckily, but I'm worried that could potentially happen because kids get sick all the time or have a bad dream. Luckily, my kids are a little older now, but I don't know what I would do if that were to happen. I'm the only person in the house, and God forbid something bad happens, I would never forgive myself. So I just need to, I don't know.
So what is your, when you're drinking this glass of wine, what is your thought process? What are you really thinking about?
It just honestly makes me feel better. Like, I feel so alone all day and so tired. And
so you're happy when you're drinking?
Yeah, it just makes me feel super relaxed and I can just sleep.
And has there been a time where this drinking has affected your life negatively?
Yeah, I think now there's some mornings I wake up and I'm so hungover. I'm like, oh, I have to get the kids to school. I have a whole day of work ahead of me.
So during the week,
it's affecting me for sure. It makes me want to call out of work, but I can't call out because I need the money to pay for my kids and the house and groceries and everything. So I just don't know what to do at this point.
So tell me about the last time you really couldn't get up for work, and if you did, tell me your day-to-day basis on how to deal with
my
that.
Typical day. So typical day for me would be, I wake up around 7, I get myself ready, I wake up my 3 kids, I try to get them ready. It takes forever. I don't really make breakfast anymore. I just give them like cereal. I take them all to school. Then from taking them to school, I go to work, and I work at a hospital, so it's just always so hectic. And I get out of work just about when they get out of after school. They stay, and I pick them up around 4:30, 5 o'clock. We come home, do whatever homework they have. I make them dinner. We hang out for a little bit, but I just don't even have the patience. I've been just letting them like play amongst themselves. And then I put them to bed. I read them a book if they would like, and then I go downstairs, pour my glass of wine, drink, and then I fall asleep and do it again and again and again. And
so this is every day?
Every day.
And do you notice yourself when you come home from work, do you crave that glass of wine? So what's holding you back from not having it at that time?
At that time? Because my kids.
Okay.
I wouldn't want them to see me like that. I'm embarrassed myself, so for them to see me like that, I can hold off.
Yeah. Well, that's definitely a strength that you can hold yourself back and really rely on you can focus on your kids. So have you been going out or dating anybody?
Honestly, no. I think it's maybe too soon, and I didn't know how the kids would handle it, but since my ex is already with someone else, I guess I can. I just don't know that. I don't even know when I would have the time, because right now I'm like barely have the time to even hang with my kids, so I guess every other weekend when he's gone, but at that point I just like want me time. I just want to do nothing almost.
So when you were with your husband, were you drinking this much?
Not this much, but he would come home from work and have beer, and I would have like a glass of wine with dinner. So it was just kind of like a normal thing, and
casual.
Yeah, it was casual. I would always have my glass of wine. He'd have his beer, and then he left, and it was just me. And I don't know. It turned from one glass to whoever knows how many.
So you feel like that was definitely the trigger to your problem?
May have been.
Yeah.
I'm having a really hard time being a single mom and not having him there. He's great with the kids when he's with them. It's not enough. He needs to be there more. I just feel like all of this is just like pouring on me. It's a lot.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot to deal with for one person to manage, especially. Would you ever consider hiring a babysitter to help you with after school?
I've thought about it, but it's just more money. That's my problem.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have the funds right now.
Yeah. And to get back to drinking, has this problem affected your relationship with your parents, your siblings?
I'm not really close with my siblings, but my parents don't really know. I'm too embarrassed to really talk to anyone about it. I just feel like they're gonna think it's like the cheap way out, and I know it is. I just don't know what else is gonna make me feel better at the end of the day. No matter what anyone says or does, I just feel like nothing really helps. And I don't know, I want things to get better. I do. I just don't know what is gonna do that for me.
So if you were to come up with goals for yourself, starting with the drinking, what are some goals that you would set for yourself? To cut back or to manage your feelings?
Yeah, I think being able to like talk about my feelings is definitely important, because I don't know, I'm just kind of someone who keeps it to myself. I don't really want to share it with my friends, and I don't know, it's my business, but I know I need to cut back. It's just, I feel like it's my way of coping and dealing with the pain, and I just don't know what else is going to help me. So I guess maybe like looking for something, a different outlet. I know I need to, like, I don't want to be this way. I just feel like right now I just can't help it.
So what are some things that you're interested in? What are some other coping mechanisms that maybe you're interested in?
Well, before my divorce, I would take yoga classes, spin classes. Like, I love to work out, but I don't have the time anymore, because now that I have to be with my kids all the time, I just can't seem to find the time for it.
Yeah. And that's a difficult thing to manage, especially when the funds aren't there to hire a babysitter to help you out. Well, it was great talking to you, and I hope to see you next week. But for now, really try to sit with your thoughts and think about how your family would feel, or your kids would feel, if they saw you in this state of mind.
Okay.
Okay? I'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.